There's a lot of advantages and there's a lot of disadvantages. I mean, the advantage was when we first started out, we didn't know what we were doing. And sometimes it's good when you don't know what you're doing because you're going to make mistakes and you learn. So we were, the first 25 units we bought, we were in the trenches. It was a weekly rental. There was a lot of work to be done. We had to knock on doors to see who was paying what when we first took over. Bed bugs in the property. Within 6 months, the septic system failed. Drugs in the property. Within a year, everything was cleaned up. But we learned, and we learned how to manage people. We learned how to do applications. We learned from that little 25-unit property how to employ people, 1099 people. So from the 25 unit, we bought a 36 unit 4 months later. And we did the same thing. We just continued to self-manage. And what multifamily allowed us to do is we allowed us to work full-time, both of us, and manage these properties full-time. And people can't really grasp that. I'd rather have 25 units in one location than have 25 single-family homes. I don't care what anybody tells me, because that 25 unit in one location is a lot easier to manage than having 20 units spread out around the city, where you've got to clean 20 driveways. You've got to, cut 25 lawns. You got to take care of 25 roofs, 25 boilers. It's very labor intensive. And not that you can't do it, but you're going to need a lot more people to manage that asset. So multifamily, that's what it does to you. You can really scale your business. You have the economies of scale there, and it's just so much easier to do it part-time while you're doing your full-time job. And then there comes that inflection point in everyone's life and everyone's career that you're going to hit a certain plateau saying, do I want to do this full-time or do I want to continue working? So that's what multifamily allowed us to do. And, the cons obviously are it does take time. When you're managing your own stuff, sometimes if you don't have a partner, you might not be able to look for deals. You might be consumed in the day-to-day operations, where most entrepreneurs know that's not where you make your money. You make your money on closing more deals and growing your portfolio. But I think in the beginning, if you want to slow it down a little bit and really learn the business and take your lumps and learn how it is to become a good manager, then you'll have the experience to hire a qualified management company on the back end and know what's going on, know what kind of software you need to use, know your systems, know how to hire and fire people, how to hire the good management company. So we just stuck. And then as we started growing, Jake was making good money with the management fees. He gets paid a management fee to manage these properties. So with that plus his draws, he was out after about a year and a half of us starting. He quit his job and started doing this full time. And we like it's called the vertical integration. We like to have a company that's vertically integrated,
Sure,
where you can control everything. And it's not even from being hoarding the revenue, but we're able to control what happens in the properties themselves. So we're able to control costs, hold costs down. And I guess from that standpoint, we're able now to look outside our market and, let's say, go into a Louisville or go into Charleston, South Carolina, where we can bring our team down there and actually grow the business. And I think a lot of investors like that aspect when you're vertically integrated, because you run a tighter ship. You have more controls in place and you're running the tighter ship. On the flip side, like I was telling you, sometimes you're too worried about management and not worried about growing the assets. So you have to sort of try to balance those two out.